Hello viewers. At the Earthshot Awards, Kate Middleton and Prince William reunite with Ellie Goulding, the singer from their wedding. But before we continue, are you interested in starting or scaling a YouTube channel, without having to show your face or becoming a traditional YouTuber to earn $30,000 a month? Click on the link below for more information. The British singer-songwriter performed her cover of Elton John's Your Song for the newlyweds. On their final night in Boston, Kate Middleton and Prince William were reminded of their royal nuptials. Ellie Goulding was a performer at Williams' Earthshot Prize Award ceremony on Friday in addition to her 2011 wedding reception performance. The royal couple, who are both 40, spoke with actors backstage after the performance. They were seen eagerly catching up with Goulding, whose singing provided the soundtrack for their first dance together as husband and wife. The 35-year-old British singer-songwriter, who is good friends with Princess Eugenie, cousin of Prince William, previously discussed singing at the royals' reception. Goulding sang her rendition of Your Song, which was first composed by Sir Elton John, a close friend of the late Princess Diana, to the newlyweds. "I mean, speaking of terrifying, my hands were shaking because I was so anxious," Goulding admitted to Australian Vogue in 2016. "I remember looking down and only seeing this in one of my memories. I turned to look at Chris, my pianist, and he gave me an expression like, literally, you just yourself. I can see it in your face, you literally just pooped yourself." Goulding added that she wasn't entirely certain that she was the main attraction. "I believed I was a ruse," she admitted. "I believed that I was a ruse for somebody else. It might occur." At the time, Beyoncé and Jay-Z were well known, and rightfully so, they were killing it, and then there was me. At the ceremony on Friday, Goulding was one of several performers. The crowd was also entertained by Billie Eilish, Annie Lennox, and the R&B group Chloe X Halle. Following the performance, William and Kate chatted with the presenters and performers backstage before going to a private reception to express their gratitude to those who helped make the event in Boston a success. In another news, before the funeral for Queen Elizabeth II, Meghan and Harry snubbed a family gathering out of frustration. During the period of royal mourning following the passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry participated in a number of events. Meghan and Prince Harry snubbed the last family gathering held before the funeral of Elizabeth II in September, it has been claimed. The decision would have been taken as a consequence of the Duke and Duchess's frustration after seeing their invitation to a high-profile reception hosted at Buckingham Palace by King Charles and Queen Camilla rescinded, report claimed. Royal editor Roya Nicker wrote in the Sunday Times, "The strains were openly apparent in September during the brothers' frosty truce following the death of the Queen. However, there were no such pretenses made behind the scenes. Because of their frustration at having their invitation to a reception that evening for foreign guests and visiting heads of state rescinded, Harry and Meghan skipped the last family gathering on the eve of the Queen's burial." Members of the firm, charity leaders, world leaders, and foreign royals attended Elizabeth II's funerals on September 19. The Duke and Duchess followed the pecking order and sat in the second row, directly behind the Queen Consort and King Charles, at the Westminster Abbey service, and next to Princess Charlotte and Kate, Princess of Wales, at the St. George's Chapel committal service. At the time, a source was quoted by the American media outlet as saying, "I'm told they only learned they weren't invited by reading press reports." The day after the Queen's funeral, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are thought to have left England. When Meghan and Harry officially left the firm as its senior members in March 2020, they built a new home for themselves and their kids in California. They still maintain Frogmore Cottage in Windsor as their official residence in the UK, and they have been using it as their home base ever since the spring of 2020. Early in September, the Duke and Duchess traveled to the UK to take part in a number of charity-related events. Thanks.